Hey everyone, it's the Miserable Movie Man back once again with another video. So Captain America Brave New World is out. I saw it last week. Just wanted to do a quick video to share my thoughts. Overall, I thought the film was okay. Not great, not horrible or bad in too many ways. Pretty much average film for me. It's nice to see some of the action on the screen. I thought some of the fights were pretty good. I enjoy seeing Carl Lumbly as Isaiah Bradley. I thought he's a pretty good character, well portrayed as well. I think, really wanted more of him on the screen, to be honest. And Carl Lumbly is a legend. I will always remember him as the voice of Martian Manhunter. He killed that role. I thought that Joaquin Torres, played by Danny Ramirez, was pretty good, providing the comedy relief and also the insane level of tech hacking abilities that you always need in a film like this. I thought Anthony Mackie was okay as Sam Wilson. I think, for me at least, they weren't really quite sure where to take him as a character. They wanted to portray the fact that he wasn't Steve Rogers and he was just a human, and there were some choices that weighed heavily on him. But I didn't think they portrayed that so well in the events of the movie. I think there could have been maybe more severe consequences, or he could have had a bit more of a crisis of confidence, if that's what they were going for. So they touched upon it a little bit, but I don't think they did it as well as they could have. But Anthony Mackie is a good actor. I thought, he knows Sam Wilson now. Interestingly, in the fights, there were times where, he was super efficient and could take out loads of people, and then there were other times where he really struggled to take anyone out, especially the end when Sidewinder has a henchman, right, that Anthony Mackie struggles with. But the film wasn't really about that. Obviously, it was about Harrison Ford playing Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. I actually thought Harrison Ford wasn't that good in the role. I think Harrison Ford is great in many roles, but this wasn't one of them. Clearly, they had to make some changes after William Hurt passed away, but I thought William Hurt really nailed the role. Harrison Ford's anger levels, which are always hilarious to see, were a little bit OTT in this. He was trying to keep himself under control. That was obviously a result of the lead and what he was doing, but it still looked a little bit overacted or over the top for me when Harrison Ford was, getting angry. I mean, I think he's just a little bit too old. No offense to him, he's a bit too old now to portray some of these folks. So, it would have been better to have a slightly younger actor replace him. But still, I mean, there were some good parts of the film. It's good of passing the torch to Joaquin Torres to become the new Falcon. I like the training scene with Isaiah Bradley. I thought that was pretty good. I thought the character for Ruth was an interesting one. Obviously, she went through the Widow program, so she's Black Widow level. But I don't know. I still think if you're going to be that good or that elite or that strong, you need to look a little bit bulky, a little bit stronger. I mean, Shira Haas, who played her, was just looked too small and thin for me to really convincingly be able to do any sort of major damage like that. But let's go on to the leader, played by Tim Blake Nelson, and there were some interesting things in that. And that was a callback to the original Hulk film where he had the drop of gamma on his head and started to morph. But I thought they really missed a trick with the leader. I thought his machinations could have been stronger. I thought revenge was just a bit too simple. He's almost Doctor Strange level in his ability to predict probabilities, but they could have made him a lot more like the comics character. I mean, the leader wants to rule, and he's not always out for simple revenge stories. And they kind of did that already a little bit in Civil War with Zemo. But the leader is smarter than that and can create inventions to really help him do what he wants. So there should have been a bit more of that, I think. And the look, they really could have gone for more of a comic book look. I thought the look that they had was a little bit too real life. It didn't really add to the mystique of the character. He was more of a tragic character than a sort of serious villain. But of course, the big thing in this, the two big things in this film is the reveal of adamantium coming from the Eternals in the Marvel Universe, and how that's going to play out in the future. It does create a little bit of an anachronistic anomaly, I guess, in that if Wolverine really is in the universe, then how does he get the adamantium if it comes from space, right? So I don't know how they're going to play that out. I'm guessing the X-Men who are going to come in at some point soon will be from a different universe, maybe where Wolverine has had the adamantium for a while. But that was an interesting way to bring adamantium into the Marvel Universe, and obviously, as I said, it clearly hints at the X-Men coming in. And I guess the other reveal was from the leader himself, saying they're coming now. Now, who could they be? I mean, that's an interesting question for Phase 5, but a real opportunity for a proper Secret Wars style of films with the Beyonder, maybe. But you need a whole bunch of heroes. You need the X-Men, you need everyone in. You need to reform the Avengers. And maybe this film was really more of a filler. It ends up with Sam being convinced he needs to bring the Avengers back. And who is around? Not that many left, I guess. But it felt a little bit more like an elongated, extended episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. So it'll be interesting to see when Thunderbolts comes out, how that ties into this film. Because Bucky's in this film for a little bit as a little cameo. But yeah, it really, I think the film could have been a TV episode, to be honest. It didn't have enough about it to make it really into a big cinematic spectacle with loads of character development and loads of plot twists. So as I said, overall, just okay for me. Probably a 5.5. I like the action. Thought some of the acting was good. But it was a bit of a letdown in terms of the way they portrayed some of the characters, some of the choices they made, and how they want to set things up going forwards. So that's it. That's my review of Captain America Brave New World. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you agree, disagree? Did I miss anything? Do you think that Marvel has an exciting future ahead? Let's see what Thunderbolts is like. That might be a better film than this. We'll see. But overall, hope you enjoyed the video. As usual, please like, share and subscribe to help support the channel, and catch you next time.